quiet neighborhood in Lagos, two children, Emeka and Bisi, spent most afternoons together. Emeka was 9, Bisi was 8. Their houses stood side by side, and their parents trusted them enough to let them play freely. One Saturday, Emeka's parents had to attend a wedding, and Bisi's mother went to the market. The children were left under the assumption that they would simply play games and watch cartoons, like always. At first, they did just that. Emeka flipped through channels, laughing with Bisi at a silly cartoon. But curiosity crept in when he discovered a folder on the television labeled 18+. Bisi squinted at the screen. "What does 18 mean?" she asked. Emeka shrugged. "I think it's for big people. Maybe it's more interesting than cartoons." Without thinking much of it, he pressed play. What appeared on the screen was nothing they had ever seen before, adults doing things they couldn't understand, but which seemed mysterious and exciting. At first, they giggled, whispering about how weird it looked. But soon, their laughter faded. They were confused, yet strangely drawn in. "Is this what grown-ups do?" Bisi asked quietly. "I guess so," Emeka replied. "Maybe we should try it, just to see." What happened next was not fully understood by either of them. They were imitating something they couldn't process, something that was never meant for their young minds. By the time the movie ended, both children were silent, unsure of how to feel. That evening, Emeka's parents returned earlier than expected. His mother walked into the living room just in time to see the television still on, frozen on an explicit image. Her heart sank. "Emeka!" she shouted, quickly switching off the television. Bisi's mother, who had come to pick her daughter, saw the panic and stormed in. "What were they watching?" she demanded, her voice shaking. The children stood still, heads lowered, unable to explain. Later, the parents sat them down. Emeka's father spoke firmly, but without anger. "You are too young to understand what you saw. Those movies are not for children. Even some adults are destroyed by them." Bisi's mother added, her voice softer now. "Things like this can confuse you, make you see yourself differently, make you see others wrongly. It is not your fault that you were curious, but this is why children must be protected." The children nodded slowly, realizing they had stepped into something far beyond their understanding. That day changed everything. Emeka's parents installed parental controls on the television. Bisi's mother began monitoring what her daughter watched more closely. And though the children eventually went back to their usual games, the lesson remained. Not everything in this world is meant for young eyes. Moral of the story: curiosity is natural, but guidance is essential. Parents must protect their children from harmful content, because even one moment of exposure can leave a mark that takes years to fade.